The only league win that Spurs have had at Arsenal in their last 27 attempts. And it's time for another North London.
Yeah, I think so, because I know Mikel, that's how he wants them to play. He wants
stood down for a breach of match day protocol. Himself on the bench today. It is Derby Day in North London.
But he's the club captain at the end of the day, and you expect him to lead by
5 in a row. Both clubs come into the derby in form. Arsenal with, as I say, both in form. Haven't had to travel at all. Not even very good goal. Here's Smith Rowe. Odegaard is coming in.
Addition, is it going to continue here in the derby?
Lacazette blocked off by Sanchez. It's a decent cross too. Sanchez off goes Kane. And a shot by Lacazette is blocked. Tierney, who's not shy. David Luiz can hit a longer ball like that. Out comes Hugo Lloris. Started to get going again. Well, that was his only home goal since September. Well, the results went for Spurs yesterday, didn't they? With Chelsea drawing and Everton losing. It's edging ahead of Aurier. Now Bale, it's a clever cross with the out. Tierney. Got Lucas Moura into the game at all yet. Here's Saka, who's certainly in the picture here. And Alderweireld, who claimed he was being shoved by the youngster. Michael Oliver's not having that, and it is a corner for us. Bukayo Saka has put a little bit too much on it, but they haven't really got an aerial presence. Although Lacazette, for his height, is good in the air and fights to get in front of defenders. Of Odegaard. Here's Smith Rowe. It's the frame of the goal. And Spurs are living dangerously here. Off to try and run off Reguilon. Lloris has to go again, and that's going to go to Bale, or nearly to Bale. And Lloris is scampering back. Odegaard. And that
whether he'd go centrally, Lucas Moura could come to the left, but
maybe his second or third touch of the game.
Yeah, Xhaka must still be having nightmares about that Burnley.
Doherty just peeled back into position. Smith Rowe's already hit the bar. Good foot stuck out. No, you played for George Graham. Here's another little piece of history that Spurs could grab as well. They're unbeaten in from that. He's taken on the mantle of setting up Lacazette.
Well, lovely burst of acceleration there, Mark.
The approach play has been in behind Gareth Bale, who does his. Michael Oliver noting that, of course, it was Lamela, who was 93.
I played in that game.
You did play, did you?
Yeah, because
Lucas Moura pursued by Cedric, fouled by Cedric.
He's been big.
Kane trying to get his territory here. Reguilon, it's Lucas Moura. It's Lamela, he's got in. Eric Lamela has arrived with a goal. And Spurs, having soaked up some Arsenal pressure, lead in the derby, and you can see what it means to the players. No crowd or what? Well, they're fired up.
I said he's been busy, but this is spectacularly busy, isn't it? One of those little flicks that invent. Even the pass from Lucas Moura was just a bit behind him, so it's forced him into that almost.
In the Smith Rowe here. He whips it across.
A few signs of
Saka, and Lacazette can't. But Lacazette's found a good run down that inside left slot. Premier League meetings with Arsenal. Here's Saka in behind.
In the end, Saka running out of space, but
to Smith Rowe. Tierney with the first-time cross up. It's Reguilon to defend, and then Sanchez particularly down this flank as you spotted up, Alan. And it comes to Odegaard, deflected in. It is 1-1. And Arsenal get some reward Martin Odegaard, having scored his first goal for the club in midweek, gets his first Premier League goal for Arsenal in a derby as well.
Well, you can't say they don't deserve it, can you? Yet another really good attack down the left-hand side. And
Lacazette giving chase, and so too is Cedric. And together, and the teams are side by side in the North London derby. But Arsenal had a good last month. He's been inconsistent in his season. Goes from Gareth Bale to Lucas Moura. Reguilon galloping forward, trying to...
well, bodes well for...
This is Ndombele. Those dancing feet. They've got to get back in numbers here. Smith Rowe, but... worry for them here as Bale has varied his position. He's trying to come back. And Arsenal's North is within reach. Be hoping in our later game, which has got turned into trouble, and then closed. Cedric Odegaard had just got ahead of the ball momentarily, was available for the pass, had a player sent off, and ended up with nothing. Now he's looking for Kane, who's looking for a chance. David Luiz's header, and Gabman wanting to look left at every opportunity, and that's going to need Partey. Smith throw into Lacazette, who can hit them from distance, and scored from that kind of range. Some of the old First Division in the last season before the war, but the league was expanded, and Spurs, maybe it's with himself, hasn't been his avenues of approach. These are the pressures of a fixture like this. Thomas Partey blocked by... Thomas Partey can shoot from distance and can't get the cross in. Lamela misjudged the most sensible thing, which is come true. What a ball to Lacazette! And
what a challenge.
But it's a penalty.
Oh, just saying, what a challenge.
Davinson Sanchez will expect VAR to come. Circumstances. Lacazette fires it home. That's the perfect penalty. And Arsenal come from behind to lead Tottenham as the old rivalry surfaces again.
Yeah, we saw his previous pens. He hasn't got one quite in the corner like that before.
El Maria get it back again. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.